Alright, YouTube, guys, girls, older people, younger people, everyone in between, what is going on, you beautiful people? What is up? You guys know the intro. We're here in the backyard, another creator chat. We have Kira, we got the kind of golden hour sunset, and today what we are speaking of is the idea or notion of, again, I never really plan or script these, I just kind of have a gut feeling. It is embodying, okay? Embodying the character, the content creator, the creative entrepreneur, the person you want to become, the next level really being of yourself, right? And embodying that person. Now, I just made a podcast on this, which I believe I'll be releasing later today. A little update, guys. We have just changed the podcast name, in case some of you are wondering or confused, from Forest Talks to Creator Chats, because I always say, hey guys, welcome back to another Creator Chat, yada yada. So hopefully this looks good. So now the podcast is called Creator Chats, link down below. There's a podcast on this which goes into more detail and depth, but today we're doing a video on this. So what do I mean embodying the person you want to become, or why am I inspired to do this? Okay, so in life, okay, this is just a known fact. In life, you can search this up. You don't have to search this up. This is just period. Like, you can look at, there's empirical data everywhere. For you, and this may sound a bit woo-woo or a bit, oh, David, yeah, right, da-da-da-da. In life, for you to attract whatever you want, right? The relationship, the job, the position, the body, like anything you want. You do not attract what you want. You don't even necessarily attract what you do. You attract who you are. Okay, it's the third one. Now, the reason they're linear is because usually it's a linear ladder like that. You first want something, right? You want to get shredded. Like for me, I'm trying to lose around like 4 or 5 pounds. I'm already fairly lean, which you guys wouldn't know because I always wear baggy clothes. But I hope this looks good. I'm trying to lose around 4 or 5 pounds, get to exactly 8.6% body fat. Like I have the goal, the number in mind, 178 pounds. I'm about like 184 right now. So you want it. And then what you do is you move from wanting to doing. And then from doing, which is you're getting there, you become, or you move to being, right? So you will attract that body, not necessarily just because you want it. Like we can all want things. I can want, the condo right now. I can want that. I can want $1 million. I can want this girl or this club or whatever. That's meh. Step 1, phase 1 out of 3. 2 is doing. You can do it. You can do the action of cardio, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna achieve that physique. And you see this many times with people who lose a ton of weight, right? They do a ton of cardio and they do the action, but they're still overweight. They still seemingly don't lose the weight. They're seemingly trying to eat all the food right and do this, but action is not enough. Doing is only phase 2. It's only the second part. Now the sun really comes out. Let's sorry about this, guys. Let's just change the settings a little bit. Wow, that is bright. All right, there we go. Sorry, I can't do too much about that sun right now. We're just going to keep running with it. The third phase, so that's doing. That's all right. You're getting there. The third phase, though, the most important and vital aspect to attracting anything in your life is being that person, right? And this is why you can look at people, as crazy as this sounds, you guys know this, people who are naturally thin or naturally skinny or naturally strong and big. We're related to people who are naturally thin. They're just thin people. Like, they don't necessarily think or want to be thin. They don't necessarily do thin. They just are thin. It's the third pillar. They are thin. Who they are, their soul. They're just a thin person. The way they talk, the way they walk, the way they act, it's just a thin person, right? And if you guys are kind of confused with what I'm talking about, it's like seeing an obese person or a fat person who just lost weight, or a smoker who just finished smoking, but you can tell they still have the tendencies of the smoker, or the fat person still has the fat person tendencies. And again, I'm not judging anyone here. I've dealt with this myself. That fat person, being-wise, the third pillar, is still a fat person. Does that make sense? They can think all the lean thoughts and seemingly do the things, but they're still a fat person internally. They're being. And this is why a lot of people, like I said, they gain the weight again. Like obesity, like the rate of losing weight and then gaining it back, I think it's like 50 or 60 or 70%. Like it's something stupid high, which is really sad, but because it's all mental, it's all who that person is, right? So what I'm saying is, what it takes for you to become a better content creator, to really move to the next phase of your life, and whatever that means. And I apply this myself, okay? This is what I am applying. To do that, is to become that person, is to be that person. And now what does that mean, Dave? What does that mean, be that person? So if you want the condo, for me, one of my goals is to be in the condo that I've told you guys before. I know exactly where it is. To be in that condo, I want to be there for 2020. So I want to celebrate 2020 in there, right? And it feels like I'm already doing it. Like, it feels like I'm going there, like, right now. I want to be there before 2020. So that's about 3.5 months away. If I'm there a bit before, amazing. But I want to be there while we're still in 2019, before 2020. In order for that to happen, I can't just think and want it. That's getting there. That's step one. I can't even just do, right? Take the necessary actions or steps. I have to be that person. I have to be a person, or the person, that person who is someone who lives in that condo. Does that make sense? So what does that mean, David? What would my lifestyle habits be if I was in that condo right now? If I was a person that deserved and earned that condo right now, what would I be wearing? What would I be eating? What would my internal attitude be towards life? What would my sleep schedule be like? What would my relationship with my family be like? What would my work ethic or responsibilities be like? Who would I be? So you have to envision yourself as that person already having this thing. But it's not just wanting it or envisioning it. It's being that person who has it and acting, right? You're not even acting. You're being. It's a split being. You know, a YouTube channel I've really been getting into lately is a guy named Aaron Doughty. Some of you guys know that, right? It's kind of like a spiritual, self-help, self-development kind of guy. And I've always been into this psychology, philosophy, sort of spirituality. But as of late, it's really been hitting me. It's really just been like resonating with me. And that's why, to me, I am so interested in becoming the best you. Or I speak so much about this in these talks or the podcast, which I definitely recommend. Check out the podcast after this. By the time you listen to it, it may still be called Force Talks, but it is changing to Creator Chats. I'm having some artwork done, so I have to wait for the guy to finish it. Anyways, this is why, and you know, this is also another reason, one of my favorite quotes by a guy, I think it was Emerson, but I heard it from a guy named Elliot Halse years ago, and I love it, is, in life, right, you can be the most badass, you're doing all the things in the world, right, but in life, it's not about what you do. It's not even about what you get. Right? It's not about what you do. It's not about that you're a badass. That's cool, man. Like, you make videos on YouTube, that's cool. It's not about what you do, though. It's not about what you get. You have the subscribers, the money, the car, It's not even about what you get. It's who you become. It's all about who you become. Because that person who has become that now embodies all those characteristics. The car, the work ethic, this, the that, the girlfriend, all of that. That all is just an extension of who he is, his core, his being. Not the other way around. Right? And this is why they say you can take a millionaire, and I'm going to relate it back to myself with fitness or things I've done in my life. Because I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying I'm a millionaire. I'm not saying I'm in the condo right now. I never lie to you guys, and that's never what I try to do. I'm documenting my journey of getting there and showing you that with work and intention and purpose and drive, you can achieve these things, which I will, and this is why I make these. But I never want to lie. Like, clearly, I'm still at my mom's house. I'm not here to lie to you guys. That said, this is why you can take a millionaire, right? And this is done many times. They record this through studies, psychology. I believe they've done this many times. I actually have people I know who have done this, but you can take millionaires or people extremely successful, right? Who are, it's their being. They are someone who is, sorry guys, this lighting just keeps changing. They are someone who is successful. And you can take away all their money or the stock drops or they lose a big investment, right? You see this on YouTube and people I follow all the time. That can burn them, right? But within 6 months to a year, they gain it all back. And that's because it's who they are. They are a millionaire inside. They are someone who embodies, who deserves, who is the extension of those cars. So take away the cars, man. Fuck it. Take away the pretty thing. I'll get another one. Right? You look at guys who attract a lot of girls. It's who the guy is. Take away the girlfriend. You'll get another one. Just as good, if not better. It's the guy. It's the person. It's the being. Right? Take away this camera, man. I'll find a way to make it look even better. Visuals. Right? This is why I preach so much about, like, it's your skill with the camera, not the camera itself. Take this away. I'll find a fucking phone and I'll make sure I understand composition and audio and lighting good enough where the sunset hits me and it gives me split lighting. Like, it's who you are. Okay? So this is really it. when you guys, maybe if you guys are trying to attract new things into your life, or maybe you're just having troubles or problems in your current relationship, or just things that you're trying to move forward in and they're not seeming to be working, instead of thinking about wanting it or doing it, think of being it. Change your perspective or mindset on that. And that's why I get so excited and happy when I notice I'm growing in person, right? Even if I don't have the external things yet. Because those always come after. Like I said, those are an extension of your core, of who you are, right? And this is why I am in a very exciting stage in my life right now, because so many things of my being are changing. You've noticed the face hair, the hair's growing out, clothing, or I speak of all this in the podcast, but a lot of external things are changing, but it's because I know it's my soul. It's things I'm doing that I maybe didn't do 6 months ago or 3 months ago or a year ago. And they're happening more and more and more. And the wind's blowing now, but it's picking up, and it's seemingly like going on like warp speed. Like so many things are picking up. And again, I'm not saying don't get attached to that, but right as I see that, I see 11:11. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So I think I'm gonna finish it there. There's not too much more I have to say to you guys. My brother also just got poison ivy, so actually, no, I'm not even gonna say that. Don't even have to put that out into the world. Doesn't matter. Be very careful with your words as well. I'm gonna speak about this in other talks. The words you speak to yourself, to your subconscious, to the world, to the universe, whatever name you guys want to give this. But be very careful with your language, your words, like things you put out. And that means complaining. Like don't complain. Never complain. Try not to ever complain or talk bad, because, man, the world is a reflection back to you. Be very careful of that stuff. So maybe if you guys notice, I try not to ever complain, because it'll do you more harm than good, always. And there are always so many blessings. You just got to be aware of them, right? Anyways, that's that, guys. I'm going to finish it there. Excuse me. Definitely do go check out the podcast, guys, down below. It was actually funny, though, because it was in the podcast where I made the name change. I was like, hey, guys, welcome back to another Forest Talk podcast. And I was like, why is it called Forest Talks? And I explained why, because when I first made these creator chats, they were in the forest with my dog, Hero. But as they've evolved and grown, I've now kind of called them creator chats. And I think it just makes more sense. So definitely check that out for a kind of deeper take on this. And subscribe to that podcast, guys, and check out the creator course, okay? The half-an-hour free creator course, guys. If you watch these videos and you haven't downloaded it, go download it. What are you doing? Go download it. And if you guys are interested, there are 2 courses after that, okay? The internal and external creator course. They're both paid, but they're amazing. Like, they'll change your life, and I'll continue to promote these courses because I know how much they have helped me, will continue to, and I've seen them help people, like, in my flesh, in eyes. So that's that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. And also check out the Instagram, Creator Coaching Academy, the Instagram. It's looking sick, guys. It's looking lit. I just got some fresh business cards that I ordered today. Creator Coaching Academy business cards. Like, all these external things are like, maybe it doesn't seem like too much, but when you're a creator, a creative entrepreneur, or a content creator, even the smallest things, they excite you, because when you see change, you see evolution, you see, those things manifested and changed because of your core, because of who you are, right? So that's why you get so excited when you see things change. So for you guys, I'm kind of going on a rant here, but for you guys, if you see things, sorry if I keep looking at myself, guys. I have a screen, so I have to make sure I look good. For you guys, celebrate your small wins and successes. If you notice even the smallest things are changing, get excited over that. That means your core, your being is changing. Hopefully for the better, for the good, which if you guys are watching this, it will be. But celebrate your wins. Celebrate the small things, man. Get excited. You got a new shirt and you're noticing or you're getting a little bit leaner, you're growing your hair out, or like you're starting to wear, I don't know, cooler watches, or you're starting to eat cleaner, or work out more, like anything. Go on walks more. Celebrate that, man. Fucking get excited about that, because your being is changing, right? Who you are is changing. That's why you're adopting these new habits and lifestyles. So get excited for that. And this is what I preach so much in the creator courses, the internal creator course. I speak of all of my fundamentals. I speak of my fitness, nutrition. I speak of intermittent fasting, meditation, no-fap. I speak of all this stuff. And that's just the first area of growth. So yeah, check it out. And we'll talk soon, guys. I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope this helped and is resourceful to you. Give it a like, subscribe, share, all that. And I will talk to you guys ideally tomorrow. So thanks, guys. Much love. Peace.